Hey guys, okay, so today's video I'm going to talk about a difference, one thing that I noticed about my Japanese high school that's different from American high schools. So at my Japanese high school, it's 3 years, so you have the first years, the second years, and the third years. That would be the equivalent of a 10th grader, 11th grader, and a 12th grader in the American school system. So let's start. I'm just going to talk about one thing that I've noticed. That's I just found very different and just kind of like popped out at me. So, as in Japan, people are very respectful towards each other, especially to the elderly. They're very respectful towards them. They have a different, when they speak in Japanese, they have a formal way of speaking and an informal way of speaking. So you have a way to speak with your friends, a way to speak with the elders, acquaintances, and family members. So there's just different things like that. So at the school, the first years are at the bottom of the chain. The third years are at the top of the chain. Yeah. And so the first day of school, I came here in September, and I came here in the middle of the school year. So, and then the school year ended in April, and then the new school year started somewhere later in the middle of April, something like that. So yeah, it started in April, and I was the first year when I came, and then when we changed to the new year, I changed to a second year. And so we had the new students come in to be the new first years. And it was interesting because we had an assembly, and all the students came, and the first years sat in the front, and the second and third years sat in the front. Sat in the back. The second and third years sat in the back. Here's the second and third years. Here's the first grade students. We faced each other, and then we bowed to each other. And I just thought it was interesting. So it's the second and third years and the first years, and we bowed to each other. And that was to say, for the first years, saying to us, please take care of us. And it's something that we don't really have in American culture, English culture. It's not in the English language. It's not really something we say. It's not something we have. But in Japanese, when you first meet someone, you say, please take care of me, or it's hard to explain, but it's just something that it makes sense in the Japanese language. So yeah, the first graders were telling us, please take care of us, and then we bow, saying, okay, yeah, we'll do this for you, and kind of saying, like, please respect us in that kind of way. So it was very interesting to me, and now the first graders, they're just like scared little kids of us. I mean, it's quite funny, to be honest. For example, like, they're very for example, if we go to the bathroom, right? And in Japan, when you go at the school to go to the bathroom, you have to change your shoes. So in the bathroom, there's like all these there's like a whole row of shoes. So you can change your shoes to go into the bathroom, and there's only like, I think there's only like 10 pairs of shoes for, no, like 5 pairs of shoes for each bathroom. So I go to go use the bathroom, but there's a line, but there's a lot of first years in front of me, but they see that I'm a second year, so they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, please go. So it's like, I just find that kind of strange, like, you were here first, you should go. Don't, just because I'm a second year, why should I go ahead of you? I don't know, I just find it a little bit strange. I was like, it's kind of like a first come first serve kind of thing. You were here first, go use the bathroom. But no, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, please use the bathroom. I was like, okay, thank you. So I went and used the bathroom. Or like, if I'm walking down the stairs and they're coming up the stairs, and I accidentally, like, we meet at the same time, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, and they like run around me. And it's like, they do this for all the older grades. They're very respectful towards them, and they're all the older kids. And also, for example, the first years they'll come and they say good morning to like everybody, all the older kids. The second years and third years they'll say good morning, and we never respond. I know, I find that a bit strange, but it's just, I've noticed that nobody ever responds when they say good morning, but it's just something that they do. I don't know. But yeah, their first years are always like good morning, and nobody ever responds. So yeah, that's just something I thought that was very interesting, and that's just Japanese culture and being respectful towards one another, and uh, it's very good, I think, because it shows respectfulness to the elders, but it sometimes can be kind of bad because it can be taken advantage of. So, just something interesting that I wanted to say.